Hello.
Hi, Austin.
How you doing, Tracy?
Good. So we're going to start. Um, First question, Tim McMahon.
Hey Austin, how you doing?
What's up, man?
Hey, your Instagram comment regarding Kyrie's stance obviously got a lot of attention. I was wondering what kind of reaction or feedback did you get from some of the guys that you know around the league on that?
Oh, from what I saw, it was positive. I didn't see anything negative. Obviously everybody has the different opinions. And my opinion wasn't even saying Kyrie was wrong. It was just more different. You know what I mean? I understand what he meant in a lot of ways. I think it's admirable for him wanting social change. I want it too. I just thought, I guess the way I went about it, or I want to go about it, is different than what he does. So, it's not that it was right or wrong. I just felt my way was the better way, and he might still think his. And I don't know whose is. We'll find out. But from the support I've got from players, I saw a lot of guys retweet or put it on their story. A lot of players. I saw like on their stories they had my comments, quotes. A lot of players DM me. I've had conversations with a lot of NBA players, NBA All-Stars that I've been on the phone with, and they've appreciated the comments that I've said. So that's not what it was intended for. I literally just posted a comment. I didn't even tweet or DM that. I commented under, I think, a Bleacher Report thing, and it kind of took from there. But yeah.
Next question, Kelly.
Hey Austin, what's going on?
What's up, Kelly?
How you doing? Quick question for you. How hard is it going to be for you? Obviously being a new father, but just away from your family for 3 or 4 months.
It's going to be extremely difficult. And I hear ignorant comments of people like, "Oh man, you've been with your family for the past 2 or 3 months, 4 months. How it shouldn't be that hard, whatever the case may be." Not everybody lives with their son. I'm not with his mother, so I don't live with my son. I don't get to see him every day. So the time I usually get, my most valuable time with my son, is in the summertime, which is now being eaten up by this bubble. And to make matters worse, my son lives 25 minutes away from Disney. So I'm going to be quarantining in Disney every day, not being able to see my son for 3 or 4 months, when I can literally get in the car and drive 20 minutes to go see him. So that's going to be hard. You know what I mean? That's a little frustrating for me personally, but it is what it is. And, obviously his birthday is next month. I don't get to see that. It turns 2. So there's a lot of things that people, don't realize. I understand we get paid a lot of money to do this, and it's our job. So it is what it is. You got to go do it. That's just what it is. But yeah, it's going to be tough, man. I'm trying to think about other things.
Next question, Dan. Loki.
Hi, Austin. Good to see you, buddy.
What's up, man? How you doing?
I'm good. Hope the family's well. I'm curious, in sort of your preparation for this, how much time and energy have you spent trying to figure out what you're going to do other than play basketball, and how you're going to fill your days?
I have no idea. We had this call the other day with all the teams. They're saying they have like fishing and golfing. I might golf. I do have clubs, so I might golf a little bit. But I'll be honest, man, there's a lot of guys in the league. Some guys are very active out there and do a lot of things. And then there's some homebodies, man. I'm a homebody guy. I just like being with my family. That's literally all I want to do is play basketball. And I like going home, being with my son or my girl and my friends, just sit at home and do stuff. And that's not available. So I don't know what I'm going to do. I play a little bit of video games. So I guess I'll do that. The biggest thing for me that I'm trying to do is this is an opportunity to network. It's an opportunity to network and meet a lot of people. Everybody is going to be down there on the good teams, at least. And a lot of GMs and presidents, people who might think something of you or have a perception of you or think of this of you. This is a chance for you to show people who you really are, how professional you are. Networking, talking to people. That's the most valuable thing that I'm going to take away from this in terms of stuff off the court. I'm going to try to do my best.
Thanks.
Next question, Matt Musil.
Hey, Austin, a two-parter. On the one hand, how excited are you just to get this thing going again? And on the other hand, how, because of all the COVID-19 concerns surrounding the Orlando area, how apprehensive are you about getting this started?
Well, it can't be any worse than Houston. We're like the epicenter right now of this virus, unfortunately. So we're trying to be as safe as possible and get down there. The one thing is, it's like the bubble is probably the safest place to be. So at the end of the day, I think all of us are kind of ready to just get down there, because with all the protocols and all the things they have us doing down there, after like 5 or 6 days of everybody testing and being negative, at least the people, your coworkers, are safe. Like, that's probably the safest feeling you have. I mean, so I'm excited for that, but I'm excited to play basketball again. I mean, the fact that we were able to work under these conditions, the NBA, Adam Silver, everybody, NBPA has done an amazing job, owners. To be able to put something like this together in this amount of time is incredible. I mean, we're literally, the NBA is going to Disney World. I mean, think about how crazy that sentence is. And we have all the practice courts being laid down in convention centers and Wild World of Sports. By the way, nobody has played in those places more than me. I don't know a player in the NBA who scored more points in the Milk House or the Wild World of Sports. I grew up in Orlando, so this is a true like home court advantage for me, to be completely honest. So I am excited about going back and playing in the NBA, where I grew up dreaming of being in the NBA. That's kind of cool.
Thank you.
Next question, Ari Alexander.
So I saw you talk to Taylor Rooks and mention a little bit about the Astros thing and why this year the championship is so tough. Can you expand a little bit on that, on some of your thinking of what goes into why that's so difficult?
I mean, just for the obvious reasons, man. It's like people keep saying, "Oh man, whoever wins is gonna have an asterisk next to it." I don't even understand. I said I do agree with that, but I think it's for the opposite reasons. I just think you're asking guys to take so much time off and then try to regain. I mean, just think, if you look from even like the Lakers' perspective, this is a team that was rolling. Now they have to get their chemistry back. Their starting guard, Avery's not coming back. And now you signed J.R. Smith and Dion, who haven't played with them, so they got to get their chemistry right. And, you got guys who have been sitting out, guys going to be without their families. A lot's going on in the world. You got to worry about your family getting viruses. You got social injustices. You got all these things. And then we have to live in this damn bubble where we're fishing and doing whatever we're doing there. I don't know what we're going to be doing down there, but we got a lot that we'll be doing, trying to make up time and focus, most importantly, on playing basketball. So with all this being said, like that's a lot for players to do to go win. So I just think this is going to be one of the hardest championships ever won. Every other championship has been the same. That's why I say this. Every other season has been the exact same. This is the first time in NBA history where a season has been completely different. Obviously, you've had lockouts, but I just don't see how this could not be one of the tougher ones. And I think the winner of this is not going to be necessarily, might not be the best team. I think it's going to be the team that wants it more, who wants to be there. Because you have a lot of guys after 2-3 weeks like, man, I'm ready to go home. So I think whoever wins this year is going to be the team that has the most collective guys that want to be there and who love basketball and want to win. I really do believe that.
Thanks, Austin.
Next question, Ali Khan Bajani.
Hey, Austin. You did a story recently with Kelly and he asked you about the speed of the game in terms of helping small ball. You said that can be something that you guys can amplify. Could you discuss that more, what you mean by speed within the offense? Is that more so early in the shot clock, or is it more so getting shots up early?
I think it's just ball movement and speed of the game. Yeah, us, when we get a rebound going, if we're going to play small, we have to play fast. Otherwise, we're not going to go too far. I mean, it's not just me saying this. Is Coach, talk to Mike, James, Russ, we're like, man, we have to play at a different speed, get the ball up, and then have the mix of, James obviously doing what he does. So it's like we have to do both, but we definitely have to, if we're playing 5 guards or 5 small guys at one time, that means you've got a team with a center guard and a guard. Like, we have to utilize this ball movement, drive, kick, make defenses move. That's really hard to guard. Because if we play slow, then, it just goes everything into teams like the Lakers and Clippers or all these teams that are way bigger than us. It goes right into their hands. So I just think if, we're going to play small, we got to really kind of get after it.
And defensively, you've had these 3 months to kind of reflect on what was going on before you stopped play. What are some of those areas that you want to improve on as a team that you feel like you need to improve on defensively?
Well, I guess the thing is, because we're small, we switch everything. So communication for us was huge. I mean, if you don't communicate, if you're switching, we are literally switching everything. I'm guarding centers, I'm guarding guards, point guards, shooting guards, small forwards. We're all switching. So communication is the key. It will be easier because we don't have any fans in the arena. So I should be able to hear everything that my defense is saying to me. So for that reason, I think we'll be a lot better defensively, just for the fact that I'll be able to hear all player chatter on the court. So I hope that translates into us being a better defensive team.
Next question, Adam Spolin.
Hey, Austin. The relationship that the PA has with Adam Silver, how crucial was that to getting a deal done as quickly as you guys did?
I think it's vital. If it wasn't that case, I don't know if we'd be returning. We'd be looking at what other professional sports are going through. You know what I mean? It seems like the NBA has kind of been the trendsetter in all of this. I think it seemed like once the NBA canceled its season, the world shut down. You know what I mean? And then it seems like as we are the first to kind of get things going again, and we're going to Disney, now you're seeing other places try to other leagues, professional sports do the same thing. And I think that's a credit to the NBPA, and I think that's a credit to Adam Silver. He's a great commissioner, and he's been so compliant and making sure we're doing everything possible to make players happy. And there's only so much obviously you can do, but he's done a great job.
Two more questions. Dan.
Austin, how much do you think kind of taking everybody out of their environments and the layoff and all that stuff, how much do you think that kind of re-evens the playing field in Orlando? And do you expect to see some weird stuff in terms of –
I do. I expect to see player breakouts. I really do believe that. You're going to have a couple players that were playing solid before but are going to have breakout seasons the rest of the mini season and playoffs. I really do believe that. You're going to have some new roles defined on different teams. Some guys not showing up. There's been so much time passed. Some guys have gotten better. Some guys haven't worked out. You know what I mean? There's so much variables to where – and then you have no home crowd. There's no home court advantage. There's it's literally like AAU days, but like on the most extreme level. And I think for that reason, maybe there's pressure less. I don't know. You're not shooting in a big arena. The wall's right behind the basket for the most part. Shooting might go up. You know what I'm saying? Like shooting might go up. There's just a lot of different things that I've sat and thought about. A lot of opportunities. There's a lot of great opportunities, man, for guys to really enhance I think the way they're looked at in the league. And I think that will happen on multiple teams.
Last question, Kelly.
Hey, Austin. Just given that it's so hard to, to stay in shape and work out during this time, but has there been any part of your game that you wanted to look at over the past 3 months? That's the first question. And number two, do you guys really care about the matchups per se because there's no home court, or is it just trying to get as high a seed as possible?
Yeah, well, first I would say I've tried to just stay in the best shape possible. I think that's the key. Because the first month, nobody's playing basketball because nobody had access to a gym. The whole world was shut down, and then things, I guess I'd say fortunately and unfortunately, opened up for us to be able to hoop. It obviously caused more spikes. But, yeah, we were able to hoop, and that's when I've been able to play. So, for me, it's just staying in shape. That's been the key. And then the second part of your question, I don't know. It's hard to say. Yeah, there are certain teams I guess we would rather play. You know what I mean? I'm not going to say who, but, yeah, there are definitely a couple teams that we would rather play first round. But there's no teams that, we don't want to play. At the end of the day, in the West, if you're going to want to go to the finals, you're going to have to play the Lakers. You're going to have to play the Clippers. It's one or the other. So it's you have to beat, and you have to play those two teams. So it's going to be tough. But, we believe in ourselves, and we believe we have a chance to win. So I think for us, it's not about seeding. It's about us just being in the best shape and the best having the best chemistry. We got to fix the little things that we needed to fix before. People forget we lost 4 out of 5 games before the whole pandemic happened. So I think us getting back and fine tuning some things, and I think gives us the advantage. We've had time to sit back and really think about stuff. So we'll see what happens.
Thanks, man.
All right.
Thank you, Austin.
Y'all be safe, man.
Thanks, Austin.
Yep. You have a good one.